Listing Power Tools is the foundation of LPT Realty, and the Listing Power Pack is one of the main reasons that agents are making the move over to us. Today, Mark and I are going to be doing an unboxing of the Listing Power Pack, and we're super excited to share the value of it, what's in it, how to use it, and the ways that it'll help you grow your business. My name is AJ Ackerman.
I'm Mark Ammons.
And we are Elevated Agents. All right, guys, I'm super excited today to be able to do this with you because it's been such a powerful tool and experience to see what's inside these boxes and how you can utilize it. The reason we have two boxes is because you get this for free. I just wanted to remind people because I think they forget that you get one of these for free when you join LPT, and every time you get a listing and it matches the house that you're listing. It's a super powerful process where you put in the pictures, you plug in a couple things, and boop, 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 you get the box. So this is the original box that I got that had LPT Realty on it. And the really cool thing is that if you have a team or if you have your own logo, they'll print that for you too. We've seen a lot of different versions of this. Obviously you see Team Elevate here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this box and I'm gonna have Mark kind of start off with that for you.
Yeah, guys, so we're super excited to show you a little bit more detail about what's in this box. We did another video where we show how you're going to present this box, or one way that you could present this box and all the materials that it has to a prospective seller during a listing presentation. If you want to see that video, we're going to link up here in the corner. You can check that out, and that's going to walk you step by step through how you would actually present the value to the seller. But beyond the value to the seller, there's a lot of value to you as the agent. And that's kind of what we want to talk about today, is how this is not only going to help you sell your listings for more money and in less time, but how it's really going to help you to grow and scale your business through just exposing you as an agent and kind of getting the word out there. So we're going to go ahead and open this bad boy up.
And this is more than a box. Like, this is not just a box. This is a tool filled with tools that are going to help you grow your business. If you've seen our video, the 5 questions that you must ask before joining a brokerage, the 5th question is, how is it going to help me grow my business? There's a reason that people are excited about this box. Not only that it's been proven and it works, but it's included. Right. It's free with every listing that you get. And so, like, bro, this is awesome that we're able to show this to everybody.
Yeah, and like AJ said, and just to make this point clear, so after you join LPT and you go through your orientation, you're going to order a sample box just like this. So that's what this box is. This is not a home that's for sale. This is a sample box that you're going to take with you to your listing appointment. So you have a physical example for your clients to show them exactly what you're going to be doing. And that's part of the power as well, is they can get their hands on the material that you're going to be using, rather than just kind of telling them in theory what you're going to be doing. They're going to see what you're actually going to be bringing to the table and the value you have as an agent. So that's important. But again, there's a lot of value to you as the agent outside of that. So the first thing, and just because it's sitting right here, you've got a sign writer. The cool thing about this sign writer, you're going to put this below your personally branded for sale sign, and this is going to do a few things for you. It's going to add that text capture layer so that people can send a text message to receive additional information. We've got color interior home photographs, which is going to make it more likely for someone to slow down and check out your yard sign. So really great there. But as far as the actual print material itself, again, you can see we've got a lot in here. And I think it's actually 188 pieces. It was 168, and they added a new thing called the community flyer, which is really, really awesome that we're going to get into. So you got 188 pieces in here. So actually going to start in the bottom, because this is kind of some of the more powerful stuff that we've got. So down here, we've got our large flyers. We've got really 2 kinds. So the first type of large flyer, what we're really going to be using these for is just leaving these behind at that open houses, and for agents bringing their clients in to walk through. They're going to pick these up from the kitchen table, from the coffee table, kitchen island, or whatever, and taking these home with them. And these are really just a way to kind of give a nice high quality take home that someone's less likely to throw away. And so you've got your personal information there, photos of you. So again, this is going to do a good job of that personal branding, which is important. The second part, which is really cool, is we have something very similar. So front and back are the same, but on the inside, we've got all this great community information. And so this is really going to help you for those out of area buyers who are not familiar with a specific location of your home. Maybe they're relocating to the area. This is going to give them a good idea of what's around your home and your listing. So that location is going to really get driven home hard here with all of this information. So these are the two kind of big leave behinds. And the value here is that, again, you're putting something in your listing that when people are walking through during an open house, they're walking through with another agent. They've got something material they can take with them that's of high quality, that's less likely to end up in the trash can and more likely to end up on their coffee table, on their kitchen island. So you can start building that recognition through repetition, not only of your home, but with a beautiful picture of you right there, they're going to start to recognize you a little bit more as well.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about some creative ways to use this stuff because, I'm definitely a fan of creating more business. But here's the thing is that you're not just advertising to create more business, you're actually helping your homeowner out as well. And by getting in front of more buyers, you get more opportunity to get more offers. And the idea is that the more offers you get, right, the higher price that you could potentially get. But a couple things to notice is that one, you can do this as a single person, or if you're working as a couple or a team, you can also do this with a maximum of 2 people right now. And it's really cool. I'm just going to mention this quickly, but there's a program called Desi that they use that automates all of this stuff. And so it happens really quickly. One of the things I mentioned to Mark today is that on here, it shows some of the locations of what's close by. So it shows grocery store, gas station, movie theater, gym. Like how cool would it be to put some of these at the gym, right? That's nearby as well. And so it's taking these, getting out and doing work. One of the other things that are on here, people talk about business cards. Well, there's 21 business cards and then there's 24 folding business cards. And so one of the goals, one of your challenges, if you choose to accept it, is to get these out of your hand, right? As soon as you get one of these boxes, what are you doing actively to promote the property, to get out and create, build, and maintain relationships? You have 21 cards here. Do you think you could go out and meet 21 people throughout your day within a week?
Yeah.
Of course you can. Absolutely. Whether you're networking with other agents, or you're at the grocery store, wherever it is, take the time and hand these things out. The other thing is these folding ones are great for if you're at an open house or if you're doing some sort of event. You want to get these out of your hands. And that's the goal, is that once you get one of these boxes, can you deliver all of this information within 7 to 10 business days? Imagine if you get one listing, because if you're brand new, or even if you're a seasoned veteran and you're kind of struggling right now, get one listing, utilize the power of the listing power pack, get out there, and can you get another one? Can you find a buyer? Imagine if you have 2 listings or 3 listings. The other thing is, imagine if you have a team. What if you're one of those agents that carries 15, 20 listings all the time? You can also create these for one of your team members. They can go out and also utilize this stuff with their picture for your listing, and now you're helping your team grow. That's all I got. That didn't work out as well as I thought, but I thought that'd be pretty cool.
I love it. Yeah, and that's really the key with this whole box, is the value is only in this box when all the material is out of the box. Like the faster you can empty this box and get all of this material into the hands of potential buyers, that's where the real value is. So, getting it is great, but if it's just going to sit on your shelf, it's not going to do anything for you. So you're going to get as much out of it as you put into it, and it is going to take work. So this is not just a one touch and it automatically happens. Like this is providing you all the tools that you need to go out and do the things that you need to be doing, right? We all know we need to be making new relationships. We all know we need to be knocking on doors, introducing ourselves to people and building those relationships. These are the tools that are going to encourage you to do that. So that's the goal, right? Get this thing empty in 7-10 days. And that's if your house isn't already under contract from, day 1 and 2 from doing this. So that's the real value here.
Well, and keep thinking you said it, think outside the box, right? You got to take what's in the box and take it out of the box. What else is in the box, Mark?
What else is in the box? Let's keep going. So in addition to the large flyers, those, again, these are most likely going to be left at home or left in some places of business. We've got these small flyers. These are really, really good for just increasing that exposure and just kind of getting that picture of your home and of yourself out there in public. So some ideas for these. Again, send some with your sellers to work. If they've got a bulletin board by the water cooler or something like that, pin these up at work. Take them to local coffee shops, places that people are kind of hanging out in a more relaxed environment where they're going to be open to looking at this kind of stuff. Pin these up. We say, hey, if you know where the HOA meets, put them on the bulletin board there. There's a lot of different places that you can go to really just spread the word about your listing, get that out there, increase that exposure. And it's just that building that repetition where people see your listing over and over and over again. They're more more likely to remember it. It's more likely to start building that emotional connection with them. So these are super important and really easy. You can get rid of these things in an afternoon. I would challenge you to do that. Like, just get all of these out, get in the car, drive around, get these things out in the first day, and start spreading the word. So that's a great way to just get the word out about your listing.
You know what I love too is that the market's shifting. The market is completely shifting. Open houses were kind of starting to move away because you would list a house over the last couple years, it would go on the market, you have multiple offers, and it was gone. Now the old school is the new school, right? And so getting back to the basics, setting an open house, really providing value and creating a service for your seller, but also creating a service for yourself. And so kind of going back to that, one of the other items that's included here, and we just keep going on the bottom, is that you also get 42 door hangers. And so when was the last time you invited people to an open house, or you invited the neighbors? I don't know if you know this, but there's a high percentage of that people will actually buy from their neighborhood, whether it's they're going to upgrade, they're going to let one of their family members know. And so having these door hangers to go knock on 42 doors, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this before, but it's knock on 20 doors across the street, 10 to the left, 10 to the right, and you got a couple extra just in case. These are conversation starters. These are ways to get your name out into a farming neighborhood. And so these 42 flyers have all the same information. It's got your information, the phone, the text. Super, super cool. I love this.
Yeah, and the great thing about these is one of the things I learned early on in sales is when you approach anyone and you want to start a conversation, you always want to have a valid business reason of why you're going to engage in that conversation. So the great thing about these is they're an icebreaker, right? So when you're knocking on that door, maybe you're nervous to go door knocking because you don't really know what to say. It's all right here. So you knock on the door and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know I took a listing down the street for one of your neighbors. You probably know Bill and Sue. Wanted to make sure you knew their home was for sale. If you have any interest in swinging by, we're doing an open house on Saturday. We'd love to see you there. And if you have any friends or family that you may want to have move into the area, hey, let them know that we've got the house for sale. So it's just a great way to break the ice, start that conversation. There's something that you can leave behind if they're not there hanging on the door. But again, it's just that valid business reason of why are you knocking on my door other than just to interrupt me at dinner. You have a legitimate reason why you're there. You're trying to add value to them. And again, when we talk about value to the agent, it goes far beyond just this particular listing, because these are 42 individuals that have now seen you walking around their neighborhood, that you have maybe met some of those. So when it's time for them to list their home and they're trying to figure out what kind of agent they want. Do they want the agent that they've never met before? Or do they want the agent that they've seen multiple times walking around the community, knocking on doors to let them know that they have a home for sale? When they see you doing that for another listing, and especially if they see you doing that for multiple listings, because if you're doing this, you're probably going to start building a little farm area where you're getting multiple listings in the same area. This is going to drive that confidence home about you as an agent, that you're the guy or girl who's out there putting in the work, putting in the time to get those listings sold. So again, this is far more valuable than just selling whatever home is pictured on here.
Yeah, a big part of marketing is top of mind.
Yeah.
It's like, are you the person they think of when they think of real estate? I actually understood this very early on in my career. I was never calling people or knocking on doors for business. I was doing it for the relationships. Right. The whole idea is people buy and sell from people they know, like, and trust. And so what you're doing right now with this is you're building trust. You're building experience. And what happens is that for every 6 to 8 times, right, it takes like 6 to 8 times for you to touch on somebody, whether it's phone, text, call, see them, however it works, for them to even remember or acknowledge you. And so this is just such a great way to add those touches. So Mark, I got a question for you. So what happens, or what could you use in the box that after you meet one of the neighbors and you have a nice conversation, what else is in here that you could potentially use for that?
Wow. Great question, AJ. So, and these are useful in a few different areas, but we've got thank you cards here. Now, in addition to just these thank you cards, they actually come. So these are nice thank you. And again, the thing to point out is this is all very high quality print, and that matters because, again, kind of how you do anything is how you do everything. And when they see the quality and the materials that you're using to promote houses, that not only is going to impress the sellers, but it's going to impress the other people that you're engaging with as well. So you've got these really nice thank you cards here. Now they're empty, so this requires you to, again, put in a little bit of work. You got to put a nice handwritten note in here. But think about the value there is, You have a for sale sign in the front yard. You've got your little sign rider. That's great. Then you go meet the neighbor. Now they've seen you got a little bit more exposure there. Maybe they saw one of your flyers hanging around, and now they get this in the mail with a stamp on it, a handwritten address, and a nice handwritten thank you card. So again, showing gratitude is not only going to increase the chances of you selling this listing, it's also going to really increase the chances that whoever it was that you met that picks this, that gets this in the mail, is going to be more likely to use you as an agent in the future. So yeah, super valuable.
Well, and then I think there's one last thing here. If there wasn't already enough, wait, there's more.
There's more.
We also have 16 postcards that you can send. You guys, mailing isn't dead. Mailing is purely alive. And so the ability to also send out 16 postcards in the area. So like, imagine this for a second, right? You list a property. After you list that property, you decide you're going to do your best to help them out. And so you you list it, you get the sign out, you order your box, you get your box. There's a few things you can do. One, you mail the postcards out right away, right? Find the 16 closest homes, mail them out. The other thing you could do is you could potentially also take this opportunity to call the neighbors and say hello. Schedule the open house, schedule time to call. Did you get my postcard? Awesome. Then you go around, invite everybody to the open house by using the door knockers or by using the hangers. And now look what you've done. You've created some energy. You've created some momentum. So do you think that this would be valuable to you and your business?
Yeah. The other thing on these two, getting back to it, how many buyers did you have during the market over the last 2 years that just got frustrated and gave up? And that you were helping them and they said, hey, AJ, hey, Mark, we're done. We've put in 30 offers. We haven't gotten a single one accepted. Like we're going to bow out and we're going to wait for the market to turn. How many buyers did you have that got frustrated and told you we're going to wait for the market to turn? Well, guys, the turn already happened. And a lot of those buyers may not know that, but by getting the word out to them that, hey, like here are new listings that are coming on the market, you're going to maybe re-excite some of those buyers who had kind of stepped out to maybe reach back out to you and say, hey, got your postcard, really appreciate you sending that. We started looking around and yeah, it looks like things are on the market a little bit longer. Might have a better chance of getting something. So again, just a great way to even kind of reignite some previous relationships that you had.
There's so many creative ways to use this box. And again, I just can't stress the amazing value that it comes included as an agent with LPT Realty. And I'm so proud to be a part of this because this would have been so cool to have. One of the challenges we've been talking about is taking this to Kinko's and taking it to office and see exactly how much it would cost to replace this. For a later video, we'll do that and check it out. But you guys, I want you to get creative also. Think about, and you may have already thought about all the different ways that you could potentially use this box. And do you think this box could add 2 more deals a year, 4 more deals a year, 12 more deals a year? I don't know, but I can guarantee you this. If you take the action and utilize and you think outside the box, this will help you grow your business.
Yeah. Think about that in terms of numbers. Again, guys, say you do 1 listing a month, you get 12 listings throughout the year. That's almost 2,000 pieces of marketing material that you're going to be sending out if you do your job of actually putting the time in, the effort in to empty this box with every single listing. But I think that should be the goal is when you finally get that house under contract and that thing closes, you should look back and see an empty box here. But think about 2,000 pieces of print marketing out there in addition to the text capture, which is driving people to a website, which allows you to do retargeting and all of those additional benefits that go in here. That's a lot. And again, how does the company help you grow your business? I can't think of a better way to not only help you sell the listings that you have more effectively, but to get more listings. And that's really the whole goal here. Sell more listings, get more listings and sell them for top dollar in the shortest period of time. And that's going to set you apart as an agent and build that reputation as the guy or gal who just goes out there and gets it done.
I think that's a mic drop. Awesome job, Mark. I love it. If you guys want more information, click below, set up a Zoom call with us. We would love to share with you why we're so excited and why we're so happy with being at LPT Realty. Otherwise, just keep watching these videos. We'll keep educating, elevating, and inspiring, and have a fantastic day.
Until next time, guys. Thanks a lot.